Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm doing a review on the Punch Equipment Trophy Getter boxing gloves. So stay tuned. Hey, what's up guys? Carlo here, and today I'm doing a review on the Punch Equipment Trophy Getter boxing gloves. Got mine in 16 ounces. It's a Velcro closure only glove, and I got it in the green and black and white colorway. They also have these in blue, red, black, yellow. They have several different colors. Just check out their website and you'll see it there. And sizing wise, they have a pretty wide range, anywhere between 8 to 18 ounces. So just depending on what you're using the gloves for, you can pick the appropriate size from there. Now, these gloves are, I believe, the third pair of Punch Equipment gloves I've tried and done a review on. I actually did the review on the Punch Equipment Forte Ultras and Forte Elites, if I can recall, about two, 3 years ago. It's been a while. I was really impressed by those. They were extremely comfortable. Had a lot of elements of like a Japanese style winning glove. Was really impressed by that. Punch Equipment is actually a company based out of Australia. And these gloves are made in Pakistan as well. But one common theme I've noticed with these Punch Equipment gloves is that they put a lot of emphasis on comfort and being accurate with the weight. And they actually advertise that as well. So if you actually look at the gloves, they'll say that approved true fit. And when I put it on the scale, I believe the left glove is at like 16.2 and the right glove is at 16.1. So basically it's just a hair off the 16-ounce weight. So that's great to see, especially when it comes to a training glove. A lot of times you'll have gloves that are 1 ounce to 2 or even 3 ounces off, like Mexican style gloves. So it's great to see a company that puts more emphasis on that. The other thing is the gloves are always really comfortable, very soft, broken in feeling, just like the Fuertes. These are no different, and these are actually supposed to be Punch Equipment's best-selling glove for the past 20 years. One thing that really stood out to me with this glove prior to me purchasing it was that typically when I buy gloves online, like just like you guys, I'll go down and look at the description and see what sizes are available and colorways. But I'll look at the kind of foam they use, and this said molded foam, so injected molded foam, which I'm not a fan of. I've never really been a fan of IMF gloves. You typically find molded foam gloves or molded foaming gloves that are like more entry-level, cheaper gloves just because it's easier to manufacture. But the performance of it is not as good as a layered foam glove, and it's very stiff. It has more of a rounded profile, looks kind of bulby looking, and Ringside uses it in a lot of their gloves. And I'm just not a fan. However, these are probably the best molded foam gloves I've ever used. And the reason for that is that the foam they use in here is more pliable and softer than your traditional molded foam gloves. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if there's such thing as it, but this is like, I guess like a puncher's style molded foam glove, if that even exists. But I guess it does exist now because I'm doing a review on this glove. But it's softer. So what's happening is when you land a punch with this, whatever you're punching, someone's face, the heavy bag, it actually compresses nicely, and you can actually feel your knuckles kind of go through compared to the stiffer, cheaper IMF they use in some of the entry-level gloves. And I love that. And I love the fact that I get the feedback still, but I still have the elements of a protective glove because the molded foam does a good job of absorbing shock. So definitely big credit to them for developing a molded foam glove that actually has better performance and doesn't just focus on all protection and no feedback. So I definitely love that. The profile of the glove for a 16-ounce glove is spot on. It's not too big, not too small. Like probably the perfect size really in terms of just the profile, the height, the width of the glove. It uses a full genuine leather construction for the majority of the glove. The only thing I would say is that it uses this material called Punch Tex. And this little logo right here, this little oval, is actually kind of like I think it's like kind of like a rubberized vinyl material right here. It's not rough, but that Punch Tex is the white. So this white material you see here is Punch Tex. I don't know if that's, I can't really tell. It's very similar to genuine leather, but it has a really nice rugged textured feel to it. And the rest of the glove is genuine leather as well. You can see the green on here, looks really good. It has a nice satin color and shine to it. You also have the Punch logo. It says Punch Equipment AAA grade. Same thing here with the weight. You have a Punch Equipment tag right here that has kind of like that carbon fiber background, Punch Equipment grade A. And then you also have the 16-ounce weight tag, and they have like a little scale on there. And, you know, again, they're just kind of proudly showing that their gloves are on weight. You have a half wrap Velcro strap, and that opens up to the satin nylon liner. On the inside, you have about an inch of padding. So the padding on here, there's two levels. I'm sorry, there's a little bit of sweat. I was using this today when I was training, so that's a little bit of a wet mark, sorry about that. But so the padding, if you can see, there's actually a softer padding right on the inside. So this padding that goes up against your hand is softer, but if you push in harder, you'll feel like there's a rubber sheet inside there, and that's what gives it that really rigid feel, that support. So that softer material is the same soft material they use. There's about a ½ inch of it on the inside wrist that tapers into this area. And then the same thing with the opposite side, you have that same material about a ½ inch all the way, and it kind of wraps up to the top here. Very similar to like what Venom does with some of their gloves. So you have that good amount of padding right there. You also have a medium-sized grip bar as well as a fully attached thumb, and then it says 16-ounce punch trophy getters. Quality-wise, these gloves they're nice, they're awesome. I mean, I can't really find too many flaws, if any. I mean, you can see the stitching, just to show you guys, the stitching looks really good. The quality of the punch text material and the leather looks really clean. The double stitching is all uniform. The leather on the thumb, the black looks good. Where the thumb meets the index finger, it looks really clean, no exposed stitching. The actual foam on the knuckle area has held up really nicely, no bubbling. The leather is held up real nicely. The stitching where the thumb meets the back of the hand looks good. The alignment of the actual logos are where they need to be. They're not crooked or cocked off. You also have the stitching. You can see the little details, even where the hinge point is at. The stitching looks all nice and straight and clean. Maybe that area right there could be done a little bit cleaner. But again, we like to nitpick, right? So the Velcro is good. Velcro strap looks nice. Bottom cuff looks really good. Inside liner is nice as well. No rips or tears right there. Stitched in nicely, reinforced right there. I guess you can say the stitching is a little bit kind of diagonal right there if you want to kind of look at that. But other than that, I mean, it's done very nicely. Comfort of the glove. When you slide your hand in here, and put on the Velcro strap, I say that the glove is spot on for a 16-ounce glove in terms of the dimensions for the inside of the glove. The glove drops down to where it needs to be at on my forearm. It's not too low, not too high. The amount of padding on the wrist feels good right there, locked in. The thumb positioning feels really nice. Nice long parallel thumb, no issues with jamming even when I make a fist. So the attached thumb does its job by preventing the thumb from overextending and poking your opponent in the eye if you were to use these for sparring. But it doesn't also just pull the thumb down to where it pinches your thumb down. So the piping here feels really good. There's a little bit of extra material in the finger compartment that kind of you can feel when you wiggle your fingers, but not a huge deal. The width of the hand compartment from side to side is perfect. I don't feel like my fingers are kind of pushing against each other. You'll notice that when you start punching, a lot of times you can put gloves on, but until you start using them, that's when you're gonna really feel the level of comfort or discomfort with the glove. And with these, I didn't have any issues with making contact and my hand moving. So with hand wraps on, these fit perfectly. Nice snug fit, but not overly tight and uncomfortable. And decently broken in. They're not extra super soft like the Fuerte gloves that they have, which are much more softer and broken in, but there's definitely a little bit more of a broken in feel to this compared to most molded foam gloves. So overall, very comfortable glove, perfect dimensions for your hands. I would say this glove would pretty much fit anybody's hand. If you have slightly large hands, then maybe go with the 18-ounce version of the gloves. Now, protection and performance, the wrist support feels really good. And again, this is the best molded foam glove I've ever used. You can hear that. I mean, you get that beautiful bang out of this foam. And again, when you land with this, it actually does a really nice job of compressing and allow your knuckles to kind of sink in and giving you that satisfying feeling of landing a punch while still kind of keeping the properties of a molded foam glove. So good shock absorption and good feedback. Just an all-around good glove for training. And that goes on to the cost of the glove. These gloves are $89. And to be honest with you, these are probably the best $89 gloves. If you're gonna get a molded foam protective training glove, these are probably one of the best I've tried thus far at that price point of 89 bucks. It's gonna be really hard to beat these gloves. And to be honest with you, these are kind of under the radar, in my opinion, a little underrated because you don't see too many people using these gloves, but I really like them. I think they perform really nicely. Excellent for really anything in the gym, sparring, hitting the heavy bag, double end bag work, hitting the mitts. And the great thing is that it'll protect your hands, but also give you that crack, that poppy feedback that you're looking for. And I have no doubt that you guys will be ones that would enjoy this glove. So if you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you guys leave them down below in the comments box. I'll put the link in the description box where you can find these punch equipment, trophy getter boxing gloves. I'll see you guys later. Take care.